All right, I hope you can see me. Let's see, maybe I'll just change this up a little bit now that we're at it. So, I don't have a professional camera yet, but I'm longing for one, and as well as microphone. But each thing has its time, right? Welcome, Libra. Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, and Ventress for the esoteric and the occult, and to research it has been one of the greatest experiences of life, but also one of the most scary experiences I've had. So, I've had quite some reference, so to say, in regards to this, and I hope that I can share my gifts with you and perhaps guide you towards yourself and your truth and your alignment and your communion with God. All right, beautiful. So, Libras, I'm so sorry that you didn't get and didn't receive the gifts for March. So, this is my March treat. This reading will actually be around 1 hour or 40 minutes. A little bit longer, but whatever is necessary. I'm gonna do a spread for each month, and we're gonna do it for mind, body, spirit complex, which I've done before with you, but I'm also gonna incorporate the heart space because I just feel like it's important, right? All right, let's get started. So, first of all, I wanted to say that I was guided to promptly light a candle for you. And maybe, I saw visions of you lighting candles for somebody else. So maybe you've been praying a lot for somebody else. Maybe you've been praying, let's just figure out the light here. The light, right? Ooh, here comes my little mini sun. Maybe you've been praying for a lot of people. Maybe you've been granting them wishes or giving them prayers and attention. And maybe now it is time for you to know that your prayers have been heard and that what you did wasn't in vain and that you are so appreciated and so loved and that you are seen and you are heard in your act of caring for everybody and everyone. You are seen, you are heard, and you are loved. And I feel this really strong connection into my high heart space, which is like the essence, the soul's seat, so to say. And so I wanted to let you know about that because that was something that was really, really strong when I started this reading for you, when I set up the space for you. To light a candle can mean a lot of things. To light a candle can mean to invite light into the darkness. It's interesting because Taurus, which is your other Venusian friend, right? Taurus had a similar energy about needing that light in the darkness or something happening in the darkness. But with you, I feel like you are the one that is lighting up the candle. You are the one presenting the light to the space, and you're the one that is igniting the spark and the fire. Maybe you're calling in the higher divine team for someone or something that you care for a lot. Don't forget to do it for yourself. I do feel like you incorporate yourself all the time, but just remember this is just a remembrance, a little hint to light a candle for you too. So I lit 2 candles, one for the reading and one for you, yeah, or for us, for the space. Also, lighting a candle is actually, in ceremony, they say, and even I would say, each day is a ceremony, right? But even in church or in religious buildings, lighting a candle signifies opening up a channel, opening up a portal to hopefully the divine, right? But we want to be mindful of what we call in. So when we set the tone, when we set the prayer, when we call in the higher light and divine team, we want to do it in a very mindful way and note that we are connected to the space of love and of God and of integrity and alignment with ourselves, yeah? Okay, good. But your prayers have been heard. Maybe I'm feeling some of you have been praying for your mother, and those prayers have been heard too. And I feel like some of you have been praying for your pets. Maybe you've had family or friends that have been ill, and it looks like your prayers have been heard. That's all I can say. Mm. And I'm hearing for some it's gonna be they're gonna be good. They're gonna be all good in time for Christmas. So it might take a while for the recovery if there is somebody that is ill. Might take a while for the recovery, but just stay present, keep lighting the candles, keep having faith, and you will see that everything will sort itself out by the end of the year. Okay, so let's start from March for you guys. March. Mind. So the mind body complex and the heart space. The mind is the mental vicinity, the mental space that we have within, but also the information that we take in from others. Yeah? Okay, so the mind space for my beautiful, beautiful Libras, Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising, and Libra Venus for March, please. It's not the end of March yet, so, whoa. There's a lot of cards. A little bit too many cards, actually. We're going to keep them. We're going to keep them. So I see the King of Cups together with the Four of Pentacles as the main theme for your mind space. So I feel like there's a lot of stories happening in your mind. There's almost like this narrative running, almost like this little, not a fairy tale, but like a saga, happening. And what is happening is that, there's a beggar and there's a thief. But sometimes, the beggar is actually the thief. And this is what I'm getting prone to say to you. That in this case, the beggar is a thief. So I see you as the King of Cups, even though you are not a water sign. Could be that you're dealing with a water sign or that you have heavy water placements. Water signs are Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, right? And this guys, it is a male figure, so it is the masculine energy of holding your own, holding your throne, I'm hearing. Knowing what is right and wrong, knowing what is true and what is untrue, knowing what is worthy and what is not worthy. This guy, however, in many suits, he's called the miser. And the miser is the one who constantly asks for more but doesn't want to give anything. So he takes and takes and takes. So in that case, the beggar becomes a thief. I'm also hearing somebody's holding on for dear life. It is interesting because he's sitting on the outskirts of the city. So it's almost like he used to be a ruler, but now he's a beggar. It could be that someone in your life that was, let me see it straight because I have a lot of cards here, I will show you them. Someone that was very high up, maybe that you saw on a pedestal, you now see that they are in a lower capacity than what they were, and that they are compromised to some degree, because the miser is compromised. It talks about compromise and unwillingness to compromise even. I'm hearing inflexible, and it could lead to monetary restrictions. I'm hearing that there is a constantly, your mind is set on abundance and flow and equilibrium. You could be dealing with a Pisces, but this energy, even though it is very, very much overflowing, it still doesn't really reciprocate. That's what I'm hearing. So in the mind space and the mental space, another narrative that is running here is going from the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, feeling very content. Could be that someone or something is boastful, but literally feeling like you have it all. Going into the Death, which is a huge, transformation. It's a scorpionic energy, right? So, and it's the 8th house. Other people's resources as well. And into the World card. These two cards are significant changes. These are meant to be changes. These are destined changes and changes that cannot be avoided. So in your mind space, you had to give up something, because here is the 5 of Cups. So that means you had to give up 4 of Cups. And the 4 of Cups, if we talk about the significance of the 4 of Cups, the 4 of Cups talked about missed opportunity. So perhaps you felt like you had it all, and then what you lost was actually never yours to begin with. But all this is playing out in your mind, and I feel almost like there's a story to it. It's like maybe you watched a movie as a little child and you created this narrative around your space, around your entire world of how things ought to be playing out. And now, you know, you feel a sorrow or some kind of grief, perhaps for not being able to reciprocate somebody's feelings, you know, or perhaps for not getting reciprocation back from someone else. Or perhaps, because we have a lot of cups here, it could be talking about emotional neglect. And so the Nine of Cups also talks about, you know, thinking that you do have it all, but you're not really there yet. You're not at the Ten of Cups. So whatever is dying or was dying in March mentally in the mind space, it had a huge shift in your world, which led to you actually realizing something needed to be grieved because there were cups being spilled. And I'm hearing somebody wasn't careful with your energy, or you weren't careful with their energy. We're going to go deeper into it, okay? Because this is a very interesting narrative and a lot of cards to get up. I usually just get one card, my loves. Okay, so let's check out April in the mind space for my Libras. April in the mind space for my Libras. We have one card here. That's better. It's easier to read, right? It's not so much information. Maybe also in March, you could get a lot of information. People keep on feeding you stories. People perhaps keep on pulling your heartstrings, I'm hearing, pulling your heartstrings. But in April, it's like you are by yourself now. You're seeing things in a different perspective, and you're looking back on your life and seeing the entirety of it and seeing a portal into the new. It's almost like the old has become the new. I don't know what that means specifically, but it could be like, you know, you were once the ruler of your emotional realm, and then, you know, that got compromised. And now in April, you have to rebuild and restructure your own realm, your own world, I'm hearing. And with the world at your hands, or world at your feet, even, the story is your own to write, because the Wands talks about also writing, communication, which also is in the sword suit, but they talk about passionate writing. It talks about creation, it's creational energy. So there is a lot of fertile ground here for you, my loves. It's all up to you how you want to play it. I feel like it's more clear with less stories being told. All right, let's continue on. So mind, body. So let's do the body, the physical realm. So the physical realm is the physical manifestation around us, but also how you're doing in your physical body. Let's see it for March, for my Libras, the body. So we have the Ace of Swords, my loves. In March now, physically, it could be that some of you are getting into surgery, or some of you are connected to somebody that needs surgery. But also it is clarity, and it is truth. And I feel like there is some embodied truth that has really risen, I'm hearing. It's not like it's downloaded. It's like it's been in you and now it's risen, and it's like you're taking back the crown again, which is interesting. So we're gonna go deeper into what's happening in the mind space. But in your physical reality, it's like whatever you are, if it's surgery, if you're writing a contract, if you're signing a deal, if you are writing to yourself, even journaling in your diary, or just writing out affirmations and manifestations, these are all clear. You are very mindful of your prayers. And also, this could be prayer actually, because it is the Ace of Swords, the connection with the divine, the hand of the divine, the hand of God is gifting you insights and clarity, which is beautiful. It's beautiful. And I feel and I hear you need this. You need this, Libra. You need this clarity, because you can be pretty ambivalent sometimes. So this is like clarity. Yeah. And once you get that clarity, Libra, we all know that you are very good at setting your boundaries and very good at knowing what is right and what is wrong and what is just and what is unjust, right? So let's go on with the body, the physical realm in April. We have the Seven of Cups actually. So it looks again like the world is your oyster in April, and physically you have a lot of choices. Multiple offers are coming at you. And again, I want you to use that clarity that you've been given now in March to make the right decision in April, because there's going to be at least seven, if not more, multiple choices coming at you, multiple decisions. And I was just talking about ambivalence in regards to making a decision and choosing what is true for you. Yeah. All right. Let's get on with it. I'm hearing a ghost in a box, whatever that means. A ghost in a box. So maybe you're opening up old boxes, or maybe you're receiving some kind of news now in March, and then, in April, when you've opened it up, you see the consequences of it, and you're like, "Oh, I'm not so sure I'm going to choose that. There's actually other choices to choose." So it's like you're doing a review of your world, of your life. Maybe not of all of your life, but just of your life present in April. And this is going to enable you to choose wisely. Okay? So, what's happening? Mind, body, spirit. So, spirit is the spiritual plane, of course, but also your higher self and how your connection with the divine is going and what the messages from the higher team is coming into you. So, let's see in March, spirit, for my beautiful Libras. Spirit. In March, please. They want to talk they want to talk about the story, the narrative that's happening now. So we have the Ace of Cups. So another ace is beautiful. You're being gifted with really, really, really beautiful abundance. And the Ace of Cups in spirit means overflowing eternally, love of God, love of yourself, essentially. And self-love comes in many forms in many ways, but it seems like you are being very, very crystallized. And this story that is playing out, we're going to go and decipher it. But the Ace of Swords with the Ace of Cups in March, it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing to get. And it's gonna like amp your resources and amp your energy up so much that it won't be that difficult to choose. It won't be that difficult to see the outlay of things. You're gonna need this that you're getting in March in order for you to prep for what's happening in April. That's what I'm feeling. Getting a very, very strong message here. It is the prayer that you've been waiting for, the prayer that has been heard. I told you about you lit a candle and the prayers have been heard. Now in March, this is what you're receiving. So there's a lot of beautiful messages coming through here now, and a lot of compassion and heartfelt energy. So I'm really happy for you, Libra. This is really, really good. So see what's happening in April in your spiritual plane. April, please. Whoops, flying out. The King of Swords in reverse and the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So, I would say it's actually good that you take a step back and you do not choose right away, swiftly, strongly, almost aggressively, that you do not cut things out or cut out your options, but that you stay in your lane and like stay in this space, review the world, review your choices, and do not just like jump to the first decision that comes at hand, because this will lead you in a lack mentality, and you don't want to do that, right? You don't want to feel cut out or left out, or somebody will feel cut out or left out. But in the spiritual plane, the guides are telling you definitely to take your time, choose wisely. We're going to ask for one more card, actually. No, there's too many. Okay, we're going to ask for more cards later, because that's what the message I'm getting. So let's continue on with the reading. So let's look at the heart space in March, yeah? Heart space in March is Five of Swords. So there's some kind of conflict, and I feel definitely it's connected to this narrative that we're talking about with the King of Cups and the Miser. Something is withdrawing, somebody's holding back. There's a huge shift that you're going through mentally with the World and a Death card, and you're letting go of something. If you are scared of losing a loved one, don't take out the grief pre-hand. I mean, we're all grieving because the message could be really difficult and difficult to deal with. But it looks to me like you're getting the clarity and you're getting your heart opened in such a beautiful way, my Libras, in March, that maybe not for everybody, but for some, this fear is just a fear that you need to pass through, yeah? The conflict in your heart, it's almost like you want to save yourself or save others from conflict. It's like almost like avoidant energy I'm feeling. Avoiding conflict, avoiding more sorrow and more grief. And maybe that's what you're doing, what I'm just talking about, that you're not taking out grief pre-hand, or maybe you're not choosing to like lose faith and lose hope, but that you're actually having faith and you're having hope left for the situation. Let's see one more card, please, for the heart space in March. It's a stubborn team, you guys. Here we go. Yeah. Again, your heart is patient. Your heart is still having hope. Your heart is still having faith. And your heart is hoping that it will bear fruit. Whatever the situation is, it will bear fruit and that your prayers have been heard. Because I'm seeing that there is hope. I'm seeing that there's definitely hope. With the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups together, it's an amazing combination to get, you guys. All right, let's see in the heart space for April, and then we're gonna go and see a little bit deeper into each layer, yeah? Okay, in the heart space, we have the Two of Swords and the Chariot. So it looks to me like you don't have to choose anymore. Things will just flow naturally. Things will move naturally. If you're dealing with a Cancer, this is something that flows naturally. If you're dealing with somebody that is that has a disease, this will be removed too. I'm getting a lot of information about disease, and I just watched something about that. So I hope that everybody is well, of course. Yeah. Oof. Okay. That's really difficult. All right, let's get on with this. I'm so sorry if this is some of you, yeah? The Chariot and the Two of Swords talks about not needing to, like, you're stilling your mind and you're entering into a space of cherishing yourself and knowing your direction. However, this is the Cancer card, and Cancers are known to move sideways, from side to side, from this, from that, from black to white, which we can see here, black to white. So what we want to do is we want to have all our tables in a row, all our ducks in a row, you know. And this too talks about two spaces, the left and the right, the two different hemispheres, the yes and the no. I feel in your heart space you need to balance it and reach an equilibrium so that you can move forth. And that space is, again, mindfulness, what I'm feeling. It's mindfulness. So work with your heart and be gentle. I'm hearing, be gentle with yourself. See if there's one more card for you guys. Yeah, so the card is the Wheel of Fortune. So you have fortune on your side, you have luck on your side, your prayers, like I told you, have been heard. Whatever has been clinging on to you and holding on you in captivity, whatever this miser thing is, it is ending, and I see like it's ending here in March. So you don't have to worry. In April, fortune will come in and the movement will occur. And this is actually due to you taking a break from trying to choose and just moving into this inner stillness and reviewing your world and reviewing your resources and seeing what your options are and truly like choosing wisely. Yeah, let's go a little bit deeper. Oof, I'm getting really chills here. All right, let's go a little bit deeper and see, clarify. Ooh, everything is flying. Things flying. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate that. All right, my Libras. Let's see. So let's clarify the King of Cups with a Miser, please. The King of Cups with a Miser, please. We have the Page of Pentacles. So it could be somebody that's younger than you, that is an earth sign, but it could also be dealing with some kind of message in regards to not having significant funds or enough funds. So of course, when we are compromised economically, it is a challenge to keep our heart space still open and open to receive. I do see that you are doing that, and that is actually helping you in this grieving process or whatever transformation is happening in your mind space. And let's clarify that too, the narrative. The narrative talks about the moon, so you could definitely be dealing with the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Please watch those readings if they resonate with you. The transformation is also connected to the moon, so the lunar events that we've had. Please clarify the grief. Woof, flying out the Magician. Okay, so this grief is a manifestation. I'm hearing alchemization, transformation, and transmutation. So what you're doing now is like you're transmuting. If you're not transmuting for yourself, you're transmuting for someone else, which we want to be mindful of not doing, because sometimes we can take on other people's karma, and that leads us to just creating more karma for ourselves and more for them. So it doesn't end up in a win-win situation. I'm seeing here you're transmuting for yourself, hopefully only. And this transformation, this transmutation, this grief is natural. And this grief is like actually allowing your heart space to be clearer, your mind space to be clearer. And this is where the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups comes in. So it's really, really good. The Magician and the Moon. Look at that, you guys. Something that was hidden will come into truth. And not only will it come into truth, but it will come into alchemy. It will be golden. So whatever was blurry before, like blurry muddy waters, will now be clear golden rivers. Yeah. And I'm also hearing, if you need to cry, cry. Please just cry. If you want to cry, buy a water, buy the river, buy something watery, in the shower, even in the bath. Do that, please, because it will lighten your load if it's stress or just even disappointment of thinking and feeling that you had it all and now you are at the risk of losing something. So please just allow the grief to come through. It's a really healthy way to just process whatever emotionally has been bothering you. What is in the Ace of Swords, please? Woo! Ace of Swords is the Four of Wands, you guys. That's beautiful. Yeah. So physically, I see stability. I see family. I see home. I see a healthy, happy, beautiful, fresh, open energy in the home space. I see celebration. I see festivity. And I see joy, a lot of joy and rejoicing. So this is wonderful news. Some of you could even get married because this is a marriage card. But either way, it talks about festivities and growth and harmony. And so this could also be spring coming in with some really good news, you know. But whatever you've been waiting on is bearing fruit. That's what I'm saying. And I'm really happy for you guys. It's so beautiful. And also, if this is surgery, then it is a success. I'm seeing here there's a success. There is hope. There is a lot of hope. There is stable hope. It's just not like, it's not a hope that you like, it's unfathomable, but it is a stable hope, you know? Beautiful. Because this is what's happening when you choose wisely. Yeah? And when you let things flow. What is the Ace of Cups, please? The Ace of Cups, please. All right, so we're getting the Five of Swords and the Two of Swords again with the Ace of Cups. So this is a spiritual realm. So I feel like your spirit or your higher self is talking to you and almost like you're having an intuition, a premonition of these choices that you need to make in the future, with just the Five of Swords and the Two of Swords. And I'm hearing learning to be still. It's an Eagle song, learning to be still. I'm also hearing wild. It's a wild world with Cat Stevens. All right, so let's see one more card, the Tower card. Okay, so the Ace of Cups spiritually, because you are connected to that infinite abundance and that stillness. Whatever needs to happen, whatever needs to fall away, will fall away naturally. You don't need to do anything about it. I'm seeing here, because in both cards, see, they are not in action, they're not engaged. And they each are holding swords, but they're not using the swords for any harm or cutting away anything, which is beautiful. It means that you're observing your thoughts, you're not absorbing them. And when this happens, the great transmutation, transformation can take place spiritually as well. I'm also seeing the card of enlightenment. So the Tower card doesn't need to be a bad thing. It's actually never a bad thing. It just means cleaning out things happening swiftly, things happen abruptly. Because this is in the spiritual realm, it could talk about you receiving a huge insight that is connected to your heart, that is connected to your mind, where you're able to see things for what they are. Yeah. Let's talk about the Five of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles, please. So we got the Empress card. And the Empress card, again, you could definitely be dealing with a Cancer, you guys, or a Taurus, but a Cancer I'm seeing, or the Venusian energy as well. I just got a call. The feminine energy talks about receiving something. So you are still anticipating whatever this you've been praying for. You are still having great hopes, and not even great hopes and expectations, but that there's a deep knowing that you will receive that which you have asked for, or not even asked for, but even manifested. And the Empress, again, it could relate to, like I said, your mother. Some of you might be praying for your mother. Um, but also, the Empress talks about fertility and talks about creativity. And I'm guided to see this little river running on the side, which is in a lot of your cards, there's a lot of water. So again, try to be still, close to water. Try to transmute with the energy of water. Try to connect with the energy of water during March, at least for you to let go whatever it is that's been holding you back, and bring in more light and more love to your world around you. What is the Two of Wands in April then? Two of Wands in April. The World card. Again, this is beautiful. So literally, you're holding the world in your hands. And that could be a great responsibility. That could feel like almost like scary at times. But also, the world is your oyster in a sense that you are the creator now. You are at the centerpiece of all of this, and you need to choose. And the choice you will take is a wise choice. I'm seeing a very wise choice. It's almost like you're allowing things to unfold in such a natural way because you have this really strong connection to your inner faith, which is beautiful. Beautiful. And I'm seeing here that you're very much supported in your purity and your heart. What is the Seven of Cups then from a beautiful, beautiful Libras? Beautiful Libras. Ooh. Nine of Pentacles, you guys, with the Seven of Cups. So it's almost like you don't have to choose because you already have it all. It's like, whoa, how can I receive more when I already feel like I have it all? Like, you are so self-supportive right now. You're so self-loving in April. You're so self-centered in a good way, in a very beautiful, like Empress, Venusian way. That all of these choices are just feeling almost like, I take my time. If it takes forever, I will be on choosing forever because this is my choice, my decision, and nobody can compromise that. Yeah? So you're going from a shift where you feel somewhat compromised or something is somewhat compromised and you need to let go of grief and you need to let go of something. And then manifesting almost like not a new reality, but a clearer vision, a more open heart, a deeper trust, and a sense of grace and beauty that is profoundly impressive to see, Libra. So I'm super proud of you. So let's see what the Five of Cups and the King of Swords in reverse is about. So we have the Eight of Swords. Again, Eight of Swords talks about you knowing that, well, not in all cases, but in your case, I feel like it has to do with you knowing that you are not the victim, even though it might feel like you're the victim. So whenever you're a victim of something, it feels like your higher self is reminding you to not choose the victim path and not choose, like you have to choose, like not be stressed. Like my daughter, she's a Libra. And whenever she needs to choose, she gets super stressed. But the thing is, she creates these choices for herself. She's like, Mommy, should I wear this or this or this or this or this or this? And she has like 5 different options. And I'm like, sweetheart, why don't you just, choose between 2? She's like, I can't choose. There's so many. And then she feels stuck. And then she breaks down. She's 7 years old though. But, and I love that about her. But also like she is exploring the option of choosing all the time, and she creates difficulties for herself. And so this is almost like I want to tell you that, or your higher team is telling you that in April, they're like reminding you, hey, don't put yourself in that position. Take a step back and see what will unfold. Let's get one more card actually for that. Flying out. And then we have the Chariot twice. Exactly. So take a step back, watch what will unfold, and everything will flow naturally. This is called destiny. This is destiny. And together with the Wheel of Fortune, and we have this card twice, this is definitely your destiny. You don't need to do anything because what is yours will always be yours. You will never, never risk losing it because it will always come to you. And this is what the Empress is talking about. This is what the Nine of Pentacles is talking about. This is what the World card twice is talking about. This is what the Magician is talking about. This is what all of your cards that are significant here are talking about. So what is yours will be received, okay? Okay. Let's see what Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot and the Two of Swords is talking about too. Talking to me. Yeah, you will receive, oh my God, you got the Ace of Cups twice. You got Ace of Pentacles here too. So you are receiving all of it, my loves. All of it in April is coming your way. Just be open enough to receive it. Just let go of the grief and transmute whatever you need to transmute. Make it into gold. Make the grief into gold, which I feel like you're already doing. You already know this. But then we have the King of Swords here, you guys. And this is your card. You are that air sign, right? We have the Four of Cups, which talks about resting and taking a step back again and letting it come to you. Letting that cup come to you. So, what have I talked about? All of this is like you taking a step back, not needing to choose. If you choose, choose wisely. But the choice ultimately is your destiny. So it's going to happen either way. You just have to allow it to unfold, allow it to come to you. I love this. I love this. I'm so happy for you guys. I love this. Yeah, and the grief is going to be out of your way, out of your system, I'm hearing, out of your system. Sorry for the sound. So, let's clarify with the Star Code Astro Oracle and get some Oracle cards for you guys. And these are astrological Oracle cards. So, we'll see what is in store for my Libras, please. My Libras in March. Up, flying out, we have Solar Calm and Clarity, which matches perfectly, you guys. Perfectly with the Ace of Swords. What happened now? All right. What happened now? All right. There you go. We're back. Okay. Okay, thank you for bearing with me. Solar Calm and Clarity in March, which is also number 16, is 7, is a spiritual number. 7 is a spiritual number and spiritual enlightenment and higher awareness. And it is when everything is aligned and not aggressive, but very, again, very Venusian. So I feel like this won't even touch you. Like this won't even touch you. There is so much serenity in all of this is happening. So all of the grief and all of the aggression or anger or whatever pitfalls that might be there, you will like simply just let it be. You'll just have this incredible serenity. I'm hearing serenity. But there also a need to clarify what you're doing, I feel, mentally. So you need to clarify. Get your story straight too. Like get your story straight. Like who is the author of your story? Let's word from March, please. Feeling like there's a lot of like the world shoulders, my loves. So try to take it off and shake it off. You know, shake it off with Taylor Swift, right? We get Vesta, we get Hearth. Talks about that eternal flame, and the talks about that eternal flame, and the eternal flame always burns, that keeps the house of God warm. It's the eternal flame that will never, ever extinguish. And this illustration truly illustrates how. Illustration truly illustrates how. And let's see if you can zoom in. How that fire is like untouchable. It's like high up in. But Hearth also talks about home and family connectivity to what is really important in life, to the day-to-day actions. And it's a number connectivity to what is really important in life, to the day-to-day actions. And it's a number 32, which equals 5, which equals change. So there is change in the department, and you're clarifying through simply allowing the grief to unfold, reaching your equanimity, reaching your serenity, and allowing things to just let go of. And so you receive even more. Yeah, okay. And again, the prayers, another note, past. So something that is karmically has been cleared out or is clearing out. This is, if you're wondering, it is. And it's a number 33, which is a master number. So it talks about master building and building of family, foundation, and home, but also healing and the day-to-day actions, right? So there is this karmic thing that needs to be released and transmuted and alchemized, and I see it happening. So let's see what's happening in April. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Lovely, lovely Libras. We have Juno, and it talks about partnership, and it's a number 31, which equals stability and harmony. So there is partnership. There is stability. The focus is there. You let decide, and I'm also hearing the ARC song, let your body decide where it wants to go, but higher, low, faster, slow. But it's like letting your heart decide. Your heart knows the way. Your higher heart, actually, your high heart knows. And Juno, you might want to look up where you have Juno in your astrological. No, you might want to look up where you have Juno in your astrological chart because it might be significant to you. So let's see if there's something else for you in April. I'm also hearing meteorite shower. Interesting. Maybe you want to bring some crystals in the bath. We have 6th house, 44. Again, talks about empowerment, but also talks about, 6th house, day-to-day actions, daily routine, family life, home life, everyday life. But it talks about empowerment, and I feel everyday life. But it talks about empowerment, and I feel like this is similar energy to what is coming forth. You see the alignment here and here. And the same with the Vesta and the South Node. So it's similar energy to March. But it's a more refined energy and a more aligned energy, I would say. And then we have the 9th, which talks about exploration, which is beautiful because this is exactly where we want to take it. When we have the Chariot twice, this is time. So in the end of April or in April, this is when things have calmed down, reaches equilibrium, things will get moving and you will start to explore. You might travel. This is number 47, it's 11, which is higher learning and higher awareness, higher learning in regards to relationships and in all kinds of relationships and the world around you. And we had the word twice, all right, as well. So there might be a lot of travel coming up for you guys, beautiful travels, and I see that you mapped it out and you manifested it. You prayed for it, and now it's time for you to get it and receive it. So I'm so really happy for you. Don't be afraid. Continue to have faith. Choose wisely. And I hope that this reading really helped. I hope that it gave you something. And I pray that you will have a blessed end of March and continuation of April. And if you do want to support me, please like and share and subscribe and comment if you want to comment. I love the comments. I'm glad to receive them and to comment back. If you want to support me in other ways, there is a link in the description box where you can donate through PayPal. And there's also a link where you can just email me and book a private session. And it looks something similar to this. If you want a tarot, to do energetical work and energetical clearing, so to say. And you can find out more about what that is like in the tree healing meditation that I put out for free. And the link is also in the description box. So you can just sit there and receive it and see what it's like and see if it's up your alley. All right? Thank you so much, my beautiful Libras. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for your patience.